Hey guys, this is Stacy from EatTheBite.com, and welcome to my community-supported agriculture summer series. This week, I'm making an incredible zucchini and summer squash gratin with smoked Gouda and Gruyere cheese. You're gonna love this one. Let me show you how to make it. I've got my CSA organic zucchini and summer squash from Clark Farm, my garlic scapes. You can use regular garlic if you don't have that. And I've got this gorgeous sage and thyme from the herb garden at Clark Farm. I'll start by cutting the tops and bottoms from my zucchini and summer squash. Then I'll cut the zucchini into about 1/2-inch rounds. I'll do the same with the summer squash, and we want these to all be cut in a uniform size so they cook evenly. Next, I'll put my squash in a colander, which is resting on top of a bowl, add about a teaspoon of salt, and then give it a good mix. We need to get some of that water out of the squash before we cook it, so I'll let this sit on the counter for about 30 minutes to let the water drain. We need some finely diced garlic scapes, and if you don't have garlic scapes, regular garlic is fine too. After we dice that, we'll set it aside. Next, I'll take some of my fresh sage, and I stack the leaves on top of each other like this. Then I roll them, then I slice them, and then I dice them into smaller pieces, just like this. After that, we'll pull the thyme leaves from the stems, and we're going to give that a fine dice too. Then I'll set that aside in the same ramekin as my sage. Now for the fun part, shredding the cheese. I'm using a combination of smoked Gouda and Gruyere cheese for this. So I started by shredding the Gouda, and then I'll shred the Gruyere. And I'm going to add those both to the same bowl and just give it a little toss around so the cheeses get combined together. It's been 30 minutes, so I give my squash a shake, and here's the water that drained into my bowl. So I discarded that. And then I put my squash on a paper towel-lined sheet pan. And next I gave them a little blot with some paper towel to get rid of any additional moisture. I added some olive oil to my 8x11 baking dish, and I brushed it around just to give it a light coating. Time to add the zucchini and summer squash to our baking dish. I laid them out flat on the bottom of the pan. Then I sprinkled some garlic scapes on there, my fresh sage and thyme, and then shredded cheese. Then I placed the remaining zucchini and summer squash on top of that. Same deal. Garlic scapes, fresh sage and thyme. I drizzled a little bit of olive oil on there, and then the cheese. I added the remaining sage and thyme to the top layer with a little bit of heavy cream. Now we're going to cover this with foil and cook in a preheated oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes covered and another 15 minutes uncovered. And here's our fresh out of the oven bubbly cheesy gratin. So it's time to eat the bite. This is a cheese-alicious, totally awesome side dish, and the combination of the smoked Gouda and Gruyere are absolutely incredible. I highly recommend you give this one a try. That's all for now, guys. For this and all the printable recipes, you can visit my website at eatthebite.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.